right, so I am going to show you how I have my computer set up with my mic and with how to share advanced computer sound. So let's start over here with the mic. So this is the mic I have. It's a Samson 77 wireless airline. It's about $300 on Amazon. So from the back of this cord comes with it, of course. This will feed into the guitar port of your iRigHD2. So this is obviously only if you have an iRig and you're using the iRig for your mic to have really good sound. But if you're not using this, you can maybe fast forward a minute or two. But this cord plugs into the guitar. This cord, again, this comes with your iRig, goes from that port into your USB port. Now I have a newer Mac, so I don't have a USB, so I have to use the adapter. So that's no big deal. That's just an Apple adapter. So that's how your mic sound is really, really good in your Zoom classes. And then if you are playing music through, like for instance, I play right through Apple Music or iTunes, and it will play from your computer. But if you want it to be louder on your end, which you probably do, you'll want to just get an auxiliary cord and plug it right into so I use a block rocker for an external speaker, and that just plugs right into there. And this is just an adapter right here, but that's an auxiliary cord, looks like this on both ends. So that goes there. So now in order to share your music, right? In order to share your music sound, what you have to do is come down here to share screen. You click advanced, and you want this one that says music or computer sound. So, and then you have to make sure you hit share. So then what that means is, watch, when I hit play, now that's playing directly through my Apple Tune. So you hear how it's coming through the computer? What that means is I have to have it set. So you come over here to that little caret, select a microphone. You want to make sure the iRig is selected, and then select a speaker. Right now it's saying MacBook Air speakers, but so if I'm teaching a class, that's not loud enough for me. So that's why I have to use, and why you probably will need an external speaker. So then switch it to external, boom. And then I can crank this on my end, but they're not hearing it because they're hearing it directly through the advanced sharing through your computer. So you can crank it on your end and they won't hear it. I mean, technically they could hear it through your mic, but it should be fine. So then, let me pause this. So I showed you this, right? You want to always make sure, if you're using an iRig for your mic, you want that selected. You want external speaker or external headphones. And then you can always do a quick test to make sure your mic is working. Or you could always, I like to have somebody, if one of my friends is in my class, I'll let them in from the waiting room early and have them do a sound check. But that's a yes. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. So that means my mic is working. So I hit yes, and then I'm ready to go. I'm ready to let people in to my class that are in the waiting room. So to record, you're just going to hit the record right here. I always record to the cloud. And then if I want to download it to my computer, you can always download it later. And you want to also hit the chat right here, and that'll open up this chat. This is where you're going to see, like, you'll see mute all. So you'll want to mute everybody before your class starts. And I always tell them to, let me know in the chat box if they can't hear me or if they need the music louder or whatever. But you usually want to check your volumes, your mic volume and your music volume ahead of time, and just make sure that the percentages are about equivalent. Because when somebody is watching your video or watching your class, when they turn up their volume, they're going to turn up both you and the music. So you kind of have to make sure that they're evenly sort of matched, if that makes sense. And then the only other thing I really can't show you because nobody else is on the Zoom with me is how to spotlight your video, but it's really basic. So when you have all the little squares popping up, right, in the upper right-hand corner of your square, those three little dots, which again, I don't have because I don't have anyone else on my Zoom right now, but you click those three dots, it'll say, I think it says spotlight my video, and that's all you do. And then when I record, I have it set to record both speaker view and gallery view, and that's just in your settings. But it should default to just recording the speaker. So as long as everyone is muted, you are automatically the speaker, and your Zoom will record just you. So that way, if you have the replay for your people, they'll just have you. But I like to record gallery as well because I like to go back and kind of like look at everybody afterwards and just, because it's hard to see everybody at the same time when you're teaching. And then I think I think that's it. The only other thing I'll show you in case someone asks, this is just a wide angle lens. So if you see right now how much space is showing, and I normally have this angled like this, and you can see, right? And you can actually usually see me in the mirror. So you get you get my entire body. So now if this comes off, this is just, like I said, a wide angle lens. Now you see it's like I have to go practically up against the wall. So it just gives a bigger, and like if I'm right here, which is ideally where I'd want to be, my feet are cut off. So anyway, so this is about $40 on Amazon, and it's really great. And the only other thing I do, because if you look on Zoom, there's a little green light. I just tape a little piece of paper over the green light. It doesn't mean anything. I don't think, I guess that just means you're on. And then you just clip that right over and it opens up your space. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, one last thing. The other thing that I use, and if you're teaching at home and your Wi-Fi is not that great, this is an Ethernet cord. And again, I had to have an adapter, but this, you can see it's a 100-foot cord. It goes all the way out my gym, down the hallway, down the stairs, and into the Ethernet cord. And this just plugs in right here. And this basically just kind of bypasses Wi-Fi. And that way there's less chance that you'll have lag time in your class with, especially if it's a musically driven class. All right, I hope that was helpful. Thank you.